How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to our continuing E3 coverage. Damiani here, and we got a special panel here to talk about Kingdom Hearts 3. We got Bradley Ellis.
I'm back.
And from Kingdom Hearts Insider, we have Ariel.
Hi.
And we have Joseph.
Hello.
How's it doing? How's it going?
It's going pretty good. How about you guys?
Pretty
Doing
good.
good.
Are you excited to talk about Kingdom Hearts 3 and finally playing Kingdom Hearts 3?
Oh my god, yes.
Everyone's reaction. So I want to start there. After finally playing Kingdom Hearts 3, how do you feel about it? Like, do you feel good about it?
100% confident
Yeah?
in it, absolutely.
Oh man, no. We played it at the premiere event, correct?
Yes, we did.
Yeah. So it's improved quite a bit, actually.
Oh, so yeah, I'm really curious to hear about after playing it twice now and having some time, like about a month to sit on it, you feel even better about it now?
Oh no, I feel fantastic about it.
Oh.
So, before it was, movements were a little bit floaty, I guess would be the word people would use. But this time it felt more grounded. Like, you would hit it, make an attack, and things wouldn't actually Sora wouldn't fly up in the air. And also, like, the input lag was completely gone. It was perfect.
Nice.
Yeah.
No input lag.
Yeah, no input lag, Hubert. You like that?
Yeah,
you like
it's a
that?
joint.
The environments. So the demo consists of, for those of you, the viewers who have no idea what we're talking about, the demo that we played at the premiere event and also that's available at E3 is Olympus, and it's against the Titan on like scaling Mount Olympus basically. And then the Toy Story Toy Box level, which starts off in Andy's room, then you go out into the neighborhood, and then you end up at the toy store.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about the environments in this game?
It is unlike anything I've ever seen in a Kingdom Hearts game. The attention to detail is just insane, especially in the toy box world. Like, you can go into the back alley behind Annie's house, and there's the for sale sign from Toy Story 2, and you can just walk through the grass and cast arrow, and the grass will move along, and it's just absolutely gorgeous.
What about you, Ariel?
Oh my god, no, going inside of the toy, the actual toy store.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
There is so much going on in there, and when you fight with the Gigas, like, you can just attack everything and everything's like falling around, and I think that's fantastic. Like, you have these they've built all these boxes that can crumble, and you see like all of these like different displays from like a toy store. It looks like Toys R Us, actually.
Just blown away by the scale. I think you were too, Brad. Like, how, like, compared to the small segmented zones of the previous
Kingdom
games.
Hearts, like the old ones, because it was PS2 and like PSP, and it was just like you're kind of like in a room for a lot, especially the PSP ones. You're in a very small area with many like load screens going through this. There are still load screens in this, but the areas are much larger. Like, the toy store was multiple floors up. I think it was 3 floors. So like in an old one, you'd have maybe like 1 floor if you're lucky, and probably load screen in between that. This one is just huge with multiple floors.
I'm curious. 2 things I gotta ask about. First, the mech mechanic, like taking possession of them, and like the combat mechanics with it. How did you both feel about that? Because that's pretty unique and new to like the Kingdom Hearts series.
It is very unique. I wasn't very good in it personally.
That's all right.
The controls just overwhelmed me a little, but towards the end of it, when I was just jumping from giga to giga and trying out the different kinds of attacks, because one has a laser, one's a blaster.
Oh yeah, they all had unique, based on their color. Yeah, like I didn't know that at first, and I was just doing the same thing, and the person came by, I was like, they have special abilities. I was like, whoa! It was like so excited. It was so cool. But I mean, they felt fun though, at least, right? Yeah,
absolutely fun, and there's going to be such joy in mastering each. Like, I think there's the three different ones, so trying to get them all down, so you can just fly from one to one.
What's really great about them too, Damian, is one thing I hate in games is when they give you variety, but it's worthless, so you don't end up ever using it. These mechs are useful. I would say, they're super, extremely helpful for a lot of fights.
Definitely. Like, I was, especially when I get up to the upper floors, when I commandeered one, I was taking it into like I wanted to abandon it. It was going with me into the next battles and stuff.
Yeah. Did you try taking the vent with you?
No. Did you try it?
No, that seems like something you would do though.
Okay. Dang it, Brad. Now I'm disappointed in myself. Yeah. I'm curious because I haven't played the demo at E3 yet. Is the Dissidia reference still in there?
Actually, they cut the demo down, so
What?
it stops immediately after the Giga battles.
Oh,
sorry, E3.
It was absolutely disappointing. It was way too long for taking it from the premiere event to E3. So I just figured they might cut the beginning of it, the Andy's house, and just give you free exploration of the toy store. But no, they didn't. It's the whole of Andy's room with the 7 minutes of cutscenes that it really eats into your time there as well. So you just get the cutscenes, Andy's room, the neighborhood, and then Galaxy Toys, the first mecha fight, and then it's over. So there was no really exploration.
Gotcha. I see. Speaking of story, this is the second thing I wanted to ask about is how both of you feel about the voice work and the writing in the game, essentially. I thought it was pretty good, actually, and I actually liked the writing, and there's like good humor in there that I don't think they really nailed in any of the previous games, going for like this comedic effect, basically. How did you feel about it?
Well, I think it's hilarious now, and you can really tell that they've worked with the teams who made the movies to really try and get the sound of the characters, the feel of them, to make it perfect. So the characters aren't like, oh, they're kind of like them, but almost not there. So, but this time it's like, Woody's actually like Woody and Buzz is like Buzz,
We kept laughing over the Sora saying that he's an islander, so he's not used to the cold.
Cold,
And his whole animation there where he's stepping, and every time we watch the Sony trailer and the aliens are being taken up by the claw and they're saying farewell, we just couldn't stop laughing. And in the Japanese one, it's even funny. Because they're like sayonara, and they've got even higher pitched voices.
That's funny.
Very cute. Did either of you see the helium balloon kind of gag that they do
at the premiere event? Yeah, no,
that made me laugh a lot.
That was
they
so
have that
funny.
they have this exchange where they pop the helium balloons and like their voices get all high pitched and they're just like riffing off each other for a little bit. And I was like, wow. And like that's just this little the Toy Store part. I cannot wait to see like what they do with the other worlds and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
And I think that's a good segue because we got to see, I think the biggest thing to come from E3 besides people who didn't go to the premiere event to play it, finally getting hands on, was 3 new trailers that each had a little bit of new...
2.5.
2.5. Okay, 2.5. But before we get into that, you two actually got to see some stuff, I believe, at the Kingdom Hearts Symphony or concert event.
Yeah.
And they had stuff that apparently wasn't shown anywhere else.
Yeah, no. So there was like a small scene with Randall in the Monsters Inc. world. And, we didn't get to hear much because of the crowds being really excited about it. But, just the fact that Randall is there, confirming that, we're going to see a lot of the villains from the movie was fantastic.
Yeah, that was a big worry watching the Monsters Inc. trailer back in February.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was just, Mike, Sully, and Boo. So knowing that Randall's there as well, that there's a bit more in the world, and there's a Disney villain, and one that's really as popular as Randall. That was fantastic to watching.
There was also the Tangled part, actually.
Yeah, we saw part of the Tangled minigame.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's like a bird's eye view during the dance sequence.
Okay.
From the movie.
Okay, yeah.
When, Rapunzel's in the town square, her hair's braided with the flowers, and basically everyone's dancing, and you're playing as Sora with Rapunzel, and you press a button when they go into a square.
And it was really fast, so we didn't really get a good eye of it.
It was just like a second or two of it. But it looked way better than Atlantica.
I was thinking that in my head. I was like, please be better.
Okay, that's good to hear. That makes me excited. That must have been pretty cool. I don't know if I was honestly expecting to reveal the release date at that event because of the premiere thing. They did say early June, and I think everyone thought it would be E3. They're so close to each other, but I mean, they've done this before. They've revealed new stuff at these concerts, the Kingdom Hearts concerts specifically before. So I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. But going with the trailers, let's start the most recent, which I think had the most new stuff in it. The Pirates of the Caribbean trailer, because yes, Jack is back. But it's Pirates 3. Let's start there.
Yeah.
How do you feel about being like from what we saw heavily Pirates 3 based?
I'm happy with that. I haven't seen Pirates 2 in a while, but when I think back to it, I feel like it wasn't that like action heavy. It might not have really lent itself to the plot of Kingdom Hearts, whereas 3 is a bit more. There's a bit more substance, more plot.
Heart in a box. That's all you need.
Yeah, exactly. Looking for a box.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Heart in a box, and I think it just Pirates 3 lends itself a bit more to the series than Pirates 2.
Yeah.
No, you know what? This feels like what Kingdom Hearts 2 was trying to achieve.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Visually, when they first appeared on screen, the crew, holy crap,
Yeah.
like how they looked.
Yeah.
Because it looked a little weird in Kingdom Hearts.
It's PS2. They're doing their best.
Yeah.
It looked crazy back in the day when it came out. I was
I
like,
guess because I played it
"Whoa!"
later, yeah, that probably was a big reason.
But yeah,
big reason
it
why.
looks like trash now.
But yeah, they had so Pirates is coming back. It's do you think they'll do any other live action stuff then, or do you think it's going to end with Pirates? Like, is Tron coming back? Do you think?
You would love Tron.
I would love Tron. I'm a big Tron fan. But Nomura actually did an interview with was it IGN or
I think
it was
IGN.
it was
IGN or Game Informer.
Yeah.
During this E3 or in the past?
During this
E3.
E3.
Okay. Well,
He said he wanted to do a live action movie. I forget if he specified one.
It was vague, but
Yeah.
he said he wanted to do a live action film. Pirates happened to
Just to be able to see how far they can push the graphics of the game.
Okay. So it's safe to assume that it's safe for bet that that's probably it with the live
it.
action. But that's not the only new world we got though. We got to finally see Frozen in action.
Yeah.
How'd you like that?
Oh man, that's been a long time coming. I think most fans expected that to happen the second Frozen hit its first billion. So, what do you think?
Yeah, just watching the film, you can just think this will be absolutely gorgeous to see in Kingdom Hearts 3, and it's translated absolutely wonderfully. Like the area where you meet Olaf it's absolutely stunning.
It looks kind of ripped from the movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Looks really, really good. Like starting with the Toy Story reveal and everything else, like I cannot state enough how good it looks, but how much they're nailing the look of these properties. Like it feels like to me they're going above and beyond, and I think that is drawing a lot of people's attention. Like it's helping this game's already pretty good mainstream appeal.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I have to admit I'm probably not the most familiar with Frozen. Like someone else in this room, I have not seen it yet either. You haven't? No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not as familiar with it, but I do
Get
know.
caught up, dude.
But I also know how insanely popular it is, not just everywhere in the world, but like Japan especially.
Oh, yeah, they
like
love it.
that this is like cemented. This game is gonna sell at least this several million copies over there, which is pretty exciting. But the one angle I want to talk about was we're gonna dive just a little bit into beyond just the Disney lore, introducing the series lore a little bit with members of the organization talking about their motives, especially with the Frozen one, like the line about good or evil, we'll find out and stuff. So my question is, in the new trailers we've seen this E3, how do you feel about how they've treated the Kingdom Hearts lore or the Kingdom Hearts specific characters? Do you think they've done too much, too little, just the right amount? How do you feel about that?
Well, in the past, it felt like these characters were kind of throwaway characters. They killed off Larxene and Chain of Memories. Marluxia was dead in that game too, and most of these characters just were one note.
Like Luxord.
Yeah. So now that they're bringing them back and giving them more to do, I think it helps to push the lore forward, because now we're actually using these characters in the fullest ability that they can be used.
I love Larxene in Chain of Memories. I thought Chenille Gray did a fantastic job voicing her. So just to see Larxene doing her usual taunting to Sora, that just sealed the deal for me, for her in that world, especially. How involved she is with the teasing with Elsa. Will she be light? Will she be dark? Will she be one of the new
seven
princesses
princesses?
of
Yeah,
all?
they brought it up. It was here we go.
That was a complete curveball, I think, to everyone, that they would be replacing the seven. Well, we don't know if all of them will be replaced, or Kyrie's a bit out of the question.
She's kind of the guardian, isn't she?
Can she be both? Just
I love this. This is so good.
Maybe. Maybe.
No, it's okay. But they had a lot of twists in this. A lot of good surprises. The reveal of Aqua.
Oh, God.
Okay, yeah, okay. Well, yeah.
Sore spot.
Fun little story. We were actually at Universal Studios when the trailer dropped. So imagine us standing in line, surrounded by, like, you know, all these other people, huddled around a phone, trying to watch this trailer, and that comes up. And we just died in that line.
We had just gone into the line as well, so there was, like, the people around us had to spend 40 minutes with us just going on and on about it and trying to figure out, like, what was going on with that trailer. Like, Aqua she obviously looks like she's been given Xehanort's heart and she's had the changes happen. And yeah, that's
it's been a big thing in the fandom right now. Everyone is just
very, very divisive. I was surprised by that. Some people have been calling that lazy writing.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Yeah, that I don't know why. We think back to Birth by Sleep in 0.2, and there are clear signs that Aqua was part of Xehanort's plan all along. Like, he said that she was a potential candidate for her, and keeping her trapped in the dark world where the darkness was starting to break apart her heart, which would have given way to, say, Xehanort getting a piece in there. That sounded a bit weird, but
no, it's a little.
Yeah,
it's always weird.
Yeah,
you gotta expect. You have to learn to accept and expect this from Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have the full story yet. We just
Yeah.
had like a shot from a
Yeah,
trailer.
like hearing people say like they think it's lazy writing without having played the game yet. I know people are trying to like dig out, like, you know, they can kind of make educated guesses based on that, but you shouldn't
absolutely
jump to that conclusion until you've actually played the game yet. But two other big kind of like reveals that I thought, let's start with the easier one. Let's talk about finally seeing Kairi in game.
Yeah.
After seeing like the reveal of the concept art for her, like how did you like her new look in like in game?
Seeing the Union Cross outfit, it was just a bit, is that really what they're giving her to wear? But then actually seeing her, she looks amazing. I really dig her. I dig her outfit and a new haircut.
Oh, did they add it into Union Cross like in game, like in the game in that one year already? I missed that. I'm sorry.
On Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I've been a little busy, so
Okay.
Because all I knew about was the concept art. And everyone's like doing fan art based off now, and I was like, that's all there is.
That's because they found it in Union Cross, and people started just drawing.
That's okay. Thank you. But yeah, I saw some people in our chat during reactions with Lee, aka Axel. For some people know him as Axel. Like speculating, a little romance going on here. I was like, no, here we go. I was like, no,
I'm not buying
it.
No.
I've seen more Are They Brother and Sister than romance.
Yeah.
Whoa. I mean, think about that.
Like mentoring, because they need to. I mean, where they left off, like it's implied, like you guys need to learn to use keyblades and stuff. It's like it's some point, and let's do this prediction now. Is Kairi going to be at all playable in this game? Because I want it to happen.
I want to say yes.
Yeah, I want to believe yes.
Yeah,
I
I think we have not come this far with Kairi being teased as a guardian and getting a keyblade to not have her be playable. I can't see them shoving her to the side again. Especially, I think that scene was actually CG. Not in
game,
but
game.
So that she could probably be part of the opening.
Nice.
So it'll be very interesting to see how much of a role she's given, because they've more talked about Sora and Riku's journey. Kairi's been kept a bit of a secret, like Aqua was back when Birth by Sleep was in development. So it would be just amazing to finally give fans a wish and make Kairi playable.
Anticipating being a very hype moment when it happens in the game. Like that the first time you get to play as her, they're gonna make it like they're gonna nail it. I feel it. Two final questions to wrap this up. This last one's a little bit more complicated because people might be a little bit confused about the final twist of the last trailer. A certain scene where a certain Riku sees a certain
someone. We all started laughing.
Yeah. So for our audience out there, do you either of you want to dare to take a stab at trying to explain what we were seeing at that point?
Oh gosh, I haven't even had time to process that yet. But
you don't have to. If it's like pass.
I mean, honestly, like, who knows what's going on in this story right now? Nomura has plans. He knows what's going on. We're just left in the dark.
He keeps teasing that he knows everything.
Yeah, so.
Like, what a shot. Just like, it's Riku.
There's Riku too.
The end shot.
I was like, oh man,
Just
master
saying
work
that.
right there.
Just seeing that, I flashed back to Dream Drop Distance where they had in Monstro Riku met another Riku in the hood, and there was a big debate: is that Data Riku or Riku replica?
Or,
because we have so many of the same characters.
And then people also with the time travel, they were like, was that like past Riku?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So
Time travel.
when that had ended 6 years ago, I wasn't expecting to be starting to think about that all again. Which Riku was that? And now we've got Riku. We still don't know if it's Riku replica or Kingdom Hearts 1 Riku, and I've got no idea what the hell
See?
they're doing.
It's, you feel better about yourselves. I want to wrap this up by asking, how do you feel about the release date? January 29th, 2019. After being said it was going to be a 2018 game, are all of you okay with that? Like coming out in
You know
January?
we do. This is business as usual with Square.
No
They got-
disappointment that it's not hitting this year,
Nah,
like
it's fine.
holidays or anything
It's
like
fine.
that?
Oh no, I'm totally fine with it. Nomura even mentioned that he did this because, they wanted to do a simultaneous release between Japan and the West. So, this is a way for them to get the game ready for everyone. And I like that. I think that's a great way to like approach a global audience like this. America's one of the biggest audiences for Kingdom Hearts, so you would want to get the game to them, pretty soon, But I'm happy with the delay, like whatever it takes for them to get the game as good as possible.
And it gets it out of such a busy period as well. Like more and more games are being announced for October, November, December. So just putting it in January away from all of that gives it a bit of room to breathe. More people could start thinking, oh, now maybe I can get Kingdom Hearts 3, whereas they might have not because there was some other game coming out in, say, November.
Yeah, until
whatnot.
they announced the same week Resident Evil 2 Remake's also coming out.
Yeah, that was a...
I'll beat it like 4 times before it comes out.
It's just Q1s. It's always going to be crowded.
Yeah.
For that. Like there's never going to be a month that's good anymore.
Absolutely.
But I think moving it like that's like September, October, November, like fall window was getting really, really ridiculous.
Yeah,
I think.
September was really out of the question.
Yeah, definitely agree with that.
Isn't Just Cause coming out in December? Do you think they moved it because of that? Or that could be a factor?
I'm not sure.
I think it's coming out in December.
I know Smash
December
Brothers comes
4th.
out December as
Yeah.
well. Like
Yeah.
that first week of December is still an okay release spot. I think anything beyond that, you start to fall into like a bad release, like where the original Bayonetta was released in like the dead of December.
Yeah.
The Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, the Crystal Bearers for Wii, after like disappearing forever, just like got virtually shadow dropped in December, and everyone was like, "Oh, it didn't sell well." It's like, what do you expect? Like you just released it out of nowhere in there. But I think Kingdom Hearts 3 will do fine in January.
Yeah.
Like I think it's fine. That's like not the end of the world. But I want to thank you both for joining us here to talk about Kingdom Hearts 3. Where can people go to check out content for Kingdom Hearts Insider?
So you can visit our website at www.khinsider.com, or you can visit our Twitter account, which is at KHI Insider. KH Insider. Also, you can follow us on Facebook. We are there too. So
Nice. And I want to give one last shout out to the KHI team, because for those of you who don't know, back in the day at Game Trailers, they actually helped with the Kingdom Hearts timeline video. I was a very lost and confused soul and very frustrated trying to put all the pieces together, and they came to my aid and very, very graciously gave me their time and their expertise to make it turn out as well as it did, as well as all those extra Kingdom Hearts videos we
Yeah,
did
the
in the
mysteries,
follow-up, the
yeah.
mystery series that also did really well. So again, thank you so much for joining us today and taking time out of your busy schedule from E3.
oh, no problem. Thank you for inviting us.
Yeah,
We're
thank
really
you so
happy.
much.
And we will be right back with more impressions from E3. We'll be right back.